Some roads are built to shorten distances, while others make people willing to slow down simply to admire every moment that nature has bestowed upon them. And few places express this more vividly than the Pacific Coast Highway, a coastal route stretching for more than 650 miles along California's Pacific shoreline, where every bend reveals another breathtaking view. Along its entire length, the deep blue ocean merges with towering cliffs, untouched beaches, and ancient forests, creating a natural masterpiece that changes continuously with every mile. From the dramatic curves of Big Sur to the bridges rising between sea and sky, every scene appears almost perfectly arranged to make anyone stop and take it all in. Yet, after nearly a century, this legendary highway still preserves its pristine beauty, where lighthouses, coastal towns, and rugged cliffs continue to exist in harmony with the vast ocean. But what has made the Pacific Coast Highway a legend lies not only in its spectacular scenery, but also in the countless wonders, iconic landmarks, and captivating stories waiting to be discovered beyond every coastal bend. Now, let us begin a journey through the iconic destinations, natural wonders, and fascinating stories found along the Pacific Coast Highway. Our first stop begins at the legendary Golden Gate Bridge, the proud symbol of San Francisco. This architectural landmark is painted in a brilliant reddish-orange color that is both striking and instantly recognizable. Its vivid paint allows the enormous bridge to stand out dramatically against the surrounding fog. Dense fog is one of the most distinctive weather features of the entire Bay Area. You can take a leisurely walk across the bridge and admire sweeping views of the Pacific Ocean. The sea winds at this lofty height are often very strong and carry the salty taste of the ocean. The sight of sunset descending over this location is always magnificently beautiful. Thousands of cars and trucks travel across the bridge in long lines every day. Its massive steel structure is exceptionally strong and designed to withstand earthquakes. You should definitely bring a warm jacket when visiting this remarkable landmark. Temperatures high above the water on the bridge are often quite cold, especially during the early morning. Many enormous cargo ships regularly pass beneath this immense suspension bridge. The deep sound of ship horns echoing through the fog creates a profoundly nostalgic atmosphere. The second stop on our journey is Land's End. This protected area rests peacefully along the northwestern edge of the bustling city of San Francisco. The landscape here possesses a pristine natural beauty and seems to conceal countless mysteries. towering sandstone cliffs rise dramatically above the vast waters of the ocean. Surging waves crash against sharp, submerged rocks, creating layers of brilliant white foam. The unpaved hiking trails throughout this area offer a truly remarkable experience. Narrow paths wind through lush green cypress groves, creating an atmosphere of complete relaxation. The natural fragrance of the cypress trees fills the air with a fresh and exceptionally pleasant scent. This place still preserves the historic remains of the famous Sutro Baths complex. Today, only expansive concrete ruins remain, carrying a deeply nostalgic character. From here, you can easily see the brilliant orange Golden Gate Bridge from a great distance. Many colorful wildflowers bloom along the trails during the warm days of spring. Land's End is truly an ideal destination for relaxation and soothing the soul. The next destination on our journey is the beautiful and familiar Baker Beach. This white sand beach lies directly beneath the massive steel structure of the Golden Gate Bridge. The natural stretch of sand here is exceptionally long and feels soft beneath your feet as you walk. This is widely considered one of the finest places in the entire Bay Area to admire the Golden Gate Bridge. The waters of the Pacific Ocean in this area are usually extremely cold, so very few visitors dare to swim. Most people come to this beautiful beach simply to take a slow and relaxing walk along the shoreline. Many families bring food and enjoy cheerful picnics together on the sand. Rolling waves continuously crash onto the shore, creating layers of brilliant white foam. Beautiful green serpentine cliffs surround the beach and form a nearly perfect natural landscape. Fishing enthusiasts often stand patiently on the sand, casting their lines and waiting for a catch. Professional photographers love visiting Baker Beach to capture its magnificent coastal scenery. The sunset over the vast ocean at this location is always radiant and exceptionally romantic. Stretching out on the soft sand and basking in the sunlight will bring you a truly wonderful feeling. Our captivating journey continues toward the beautiful Muir Beach Overlook. This spectacular viewpoint is located within the scenic boundaries of Marin County. It is a concrete observation platform extending dramatically over the edge of an exceptionally high cliff. The natural scenery viewed from this elevated position above the sea is truly breathtaking. From here, you can gaze across the immense expanse of the Pacific Ocean. The walking path leading to the Overlook is rather narrow and closely follows the edges of the cliffs. The sea winds at this elevated viewpoint can be extremely powerful, so you must remain very cautious. The California coastline unfolds before your eyes with a rugged and majestic beauty. In the past, this site served as an important military observation station during the World War era. The turbulent history of war has left clearly visible traces throughout this lookout point. During the cold winter months, you may be fortunate enough to witness migrating whales swimming through the ocean. Standing here between the vast sky and sea will give you an extraordinary feeling of absolute freedom. A clear blue sky will allow your view to stretch far into the distant horizon. After leaving the scenic Overlook, we will begin driving toward the beautiful Stinson Beach. The road descending from the hills to the beach features many winding curves that require extra caution. This is a small coastal town with a peaceful and relaxing way of life. The beautiful beach here boasts a long stretch of soft white sand that is remarkably clean. Stinson Beach is a very popular vacation destination for local residents. Many energetic young people bring their surfboards here to challenge themselves with surfing. The waves at Stinson Beach roll in steadily, making them ideal for surfers. You can easily rent beach umbrellas and lounge chairs right on the soft sandy shore. Surrounding this public beach are many charming vacation homes. This small town is home to a few cozy cafes and rustic seafood restaurants. The beach becomes lively and crowded during weekend holidays. A captivating wilderness destination waiting to be explored is Point Reyes National Seashore. This federally protected national seashore covers an exceptionally vast area. Its untamed landscape carries a mysterious beauty that continually sparks the curiosity of visitors. The solitary Point Reyes Lighthouse is the most striking architectural landmark in the entire region. This historic structure stands dramatically on the edge of an extremely steep and intimidating cliff. From time to time, the lighthouse's foghorn echoes steadily through the surrounding silence. This ecological reserve contains lush green grasslands stretching endlessly toward the horizon. Thousands of healthy dairy cows graze peacefully across the vast open pastures. You may unexpectedly encounter herds of Thule elk roaming freely throughout the protected landscape. The wild bird ecosystem in this region is remarkably diverse and abundant. The dangerous San Andreas Fault runs directly across this protected land. This enormous geological fracture has created exceptionally distinctive changes in the surrounding terrain. Point Reyes will undoubtedly offer you a perfect experience of complete immersion in nature. Leaving Point Reyes behind, the coastal road leads us toward the saltwater inlet of Tomales Bay. This tranquil bay lies safely between the mainland and the wild Point Reyes Peninsula. The winds here are far gentler than those blowing across the vast open ocean. The calm surface of the water glitters beautifully beneath the brilliant sunlight. Tomales Bay is especially famous among food lovers for its long-established tradition of oyster farming. You can easily see numerous oyster farming rafts floating gently on the still water. The seawater here is remarkably clean and rich in plankton. Thanks to these favorable conditions, the oysters from this bay have a delicate sweetness and an exceptionally rich texture. Along both shores of this beautiful bay, many local eateries serve delicious, fresh oysters. The natural scenery on both sides of the bay is covered in the refreshing green of trees and vegetation. Many visitors enjoy kayaking across the exceptionally peaceful waters of the bay. A thin layer of morning fog drifting above the water creates a wonderfully dreamlike scene. Tomales Bay is often described as one of Marin County's hidden gems. An extraordinarily spectacular stop awaiting you is Goat Rock Beach. This magnificent beach lies peacefully near the mouth of the freshwater Russian River. Goat Rock Beach features an exceptionally unusual shape and remarkably distinctive sandy terrain. The enormous Goat Rock rises powerfully from the middle of the stormy and dangerous open sea. This majestic rock formation has a highly distinctive shape resembling a gigantic goat. The natural sand on this beach is fairly coarse, darker in color than the sand found elsewhere. On one side of the shore, powerful Pacific waves continuously crash against the dark strip of sand. The meeting of saltwater and freshwater has created an exceptionally unique ecosystem. Dozens of plump harbor seals can often be seen resting together in groups and basking in the sun on the soft sand. Dogs are prohibited from entering this beach in order to protect the highly sensitive seal colony. The rip currents along this pristine coastline are extremely powerful and highly dangerous. Swimming is completely prohibited in these waters because of the numerous hazardous currents. The constantly howling sea wind carries a cool mist of salt through the air. The next wonderful stop on our journey is Salt Point State Park. This vast state park is located in a remote area far to the north. Its coastline is distinguished by spectacular sandstone formations. Fierce winds and relentless ocean waves have steadily carved their surfaces for thousands of years. The enormous rocks are covered with small honeycomb-shaped cavities that give them an exceptionally distinctive appearance. The nearby coastal coniferous forest grows densely, bringing a refreshing sense of coolness to the landscape. The pleasant scent of pine resin blends perfectly with the salty ocean breeze. This is also the only place in California that contains a truly remarkable pygmy forest. The trees in this forest grow unusually short and possess a weathered, stunted appearance. Beneath the calm, cold waters lie remarkably colorful and diverse reefs. Rare giant abalone also thrive in great numbers across this exceptionally cold marine environment. The surrounding wilderness retains a timeless, untouched, and profoundly wild beauty. Exploring the entire legendary Pacific Coast Highway is truly an unforgettable and deeply fulfilling journey. Leaving the ancient coastal ruins behind, our journey continues toward a new destination. The small town of Jenner rests quietly at the mouth of the Russian River in Sonoma County. This is where the calm, freshwater river meets the vast ocean in a truly beautiful natural convergence. The history of this peaceful land was once closely connected to the bustling sawmills of the past. Today, the emerald green river drifts slowly through the landscape, creating a magnificent natural scene. The barking calls of seals across the golden sand awaken the entire river mouth. The rolling hills rise high above the coast, covered in lush green grass, dampened by the cool morning dew. The gentle sound of waves breaking against rocky outcrops creates long ribbons of brilliant white foam. Warm morning sunlight shines across the endless surface of the vast sea, making the water sparkle beautifully. Allowing your thoughts to drift with the slow-moving current in this tranquil town will bring comfort to your soul. Every breath of the pure, salty sea breeze will remain forever etched in the memories of visitors. Are you truly ready to immerse yourself in the poetic natural scenery of this remarkable place? From the tranquil river mouth, the traveler continues along the wild and unspoiled coastline. The small village of Mendocino appears like a beautiful fairy tale painting resting on the cliffs. This place is renowned as a precious coastal gem filled with romance and peaceful charm. During the 19th century, this area was once a bustling and prosperous center of the timber industry. Historic Victorian wooden houses painted in soft pastel colors shine brightly beneath the sunlight. Lush green lawns stretch around the old buildings, creating a deeply nostalgic atmosphere. The rustling sound of wind passing through the ancient pine trees carries the cool breath of the vast ocean. Colorful wildflowers bloom brilliantly across the steep cliffs, reaching out toward the sea. Enormous ocean waves roar and crash violently against the rocky outcrops, sending white spray into the air. A mysterious veil of fog drifts slowly across the landscape and embraces the magnificent ocean scenery. A fiery red sunset gradually descends and paints the immense sea with shimmering golden light. Moments spent walking along these windswept cliffs will wash away every sorrow within you. The nostalgic beauty of this small town will undoubtedly remain forever in the hearts of visitors. Countless wonders still await you at the next stop along this unforgettable journey. Leaving the historic wooden houses behind, the grandeur of nature now calls the traveler onward. Russian Gulch State Park stands proudly hidden among the dramatic cliffs of Mendocino. This beautiful preserve carries the untouched spirit of the windswept ocean. The spectacular coastal scenery never fails to stir the hearts of passionate travelers. Russian explorers from the 19th century once left their footprints in this valley. A towering concrete arch bridge stretches across the deep canyon like a ribbon suspended in the air. Dense green vegetation embraces the trunks of ancient trees and creates a refreshing tapestry of color. The gentle murmur of a small stream, weaving between the rocks, forms a soothing natural symphony. A massive natural blowhole on the rocky headland continuously releases deep and thunderous roars. Powerful ocean waves surge toward the shore and explode into brilliant white foam beneath the golden sunlight. The sea breeze carries icy mist through every blade of grass and awakens all the senses. The vivid red glow of sunset gradually spreads across the immense sky above the ocean. The richly layered natural landscape of this wild preserve truly reaches the deepest part of the soul. Leaving the deep canyons behind, the journey guides the traveler toward a radiant lighthouse. Point Cabrillo Light Station rises proudly on a headland and extending into the vast Pacific Ocean. This coastal historic landmark in Mendocino County resembles a candle illuminating the entire ocean. Point Cabrillo was built to guide countless timber-carrying ships through these waters in the past. The vivid red roof stands out dramatically against the endless carpet of lush green grassland. The powerful wind whistles through the time-worn glass windows of the historic tower. The exquisite architecture of the century-old lighthouse stands firmly beneath the crystal-clear sky. The thunderous blast of the foghorn echoes from the station and awakens the silence of the cold sea. Thousands of white-capped waves continuously crash against the steep cliffs and burst into brilliant foam. The glowing beam of the lighthouse pierces through the dense fog as night descends. Flocks of seagulls glide through the golden evening sky and bring greater vitality to the ocean. A walk around Point Cabrillo Lighthouse will kindle a peaceful flame within your soul. Mendocino's century-old guiding light will become a beautiful fragment of your memories. Let your heart lead you forward into the magical journey awaiting in the next destination. Bidding farewell to the guiding tower in the darkness, the traveler steps into a fairy tale world. Glass Beach in the city of Fort Bragg possesses a uniquely elegant beauty. This remarkable place is covered with countless crystal-like fragments sparkling beneath the morning sun. The gentle murmur of the waves blends perfectly with the magical beauty of the ocean. Looking back through time, this coastal area was once used as a massive dumping ground. Over many decades, the power of the ocean gradually polished every sharp fragment smooth. Each wave rolling onto the shore creates the pleasant clinking sound of thousands of glass pebbles. Nature's patient craftsmanship transformed a forgotten waste site into a masterpiece. A spectacular scene unfolds with countless colorful glass pebbles shimmering across the shore. Brilliant emerald green mixed with glowing amber creates a wonderfully dreamlike picture. Golden sunlight pours down and illuminates the entire landscape. The lively calls of seagulls, circling through the deep blue sky, echo across the coast. Walking along this magnificent glass-covered shoreline will soothe every soul. The miraculous rebirth of this unique beach will remain forever in your memories. The dreamlike journey ahead continues to call those who are passionate about discovery. Leaving behind the colorful, shimmering shoreline, a wild, natural world awaits ahead. MacKerricher State Park in Mendocino County opens the door to a remarkable world of biodiversity. Its magnificent scenery captivates visitors with a rare sense of peace and serenity. The history of this coastal region was once closely tied to thriving sawmills and the timber industry. The powerful wind moves through every gap in the leaves and weaves a gentle woodland melody. Smooth sand dunes curve gracefully beneath the warm morning sunlight. Thousands of colorful tide pools conceal an extraordinarily diverse marine ecosystem. White sea foam bursts into the air whenever enormous waves crash against the rocky shore. The fresh and crystal-clear atmosphere of MacKerricher State Park brings a complete sense of relaxation. Memories of this magnificent wilderness will undoubtedly remain forever engraved in your heart. Countless wonders are still waiting to be discovered at the next stop along the journey. Still immersed in the shade of the majestic forest, a living wonder gradually comes into view. The ancient Chandelier Drive-Thru tree stands firmly with its roots reaching deep into the earth. The unique experience of driving through the trunk of this ancient tree will become a beautiful memory. The remarkable journey ahead is still quietly waiting for the traveler's footsteps. Leaving behind the shadows of the towering ancient trees, the scent of the sea begins to fill the air. The peaceful coastal city of Half Moon Bay rests gracefully along the shores of San Mateo. This beautiful crescent-shaped bay creates an atmosphere of extraordinary romance. The picturesque scenery gently soothes every heart filled with a passion for travel. This fertile land was once a bustling agricultural settlement during the 19th century. Brilliant orange pumpkin fields stretch endlessly beneath the abundant sunlight. The delicate chime of wind bells from the historic houses weaves a wonderfully soothing melody. The fresh green of the coastal grasslands brightens an entire corner of the sky. The natural landscape becomes even more spectacular as a veil of mist drifts across the bay. Enormous waves thunder toward the beach and burst into clouds of white foam. The lively cries of seagulls circling overhead awaken the silence of the open sea. The setting sun paints the vast ocean in a dreamy shade of purple. Moments spent walking along the endless sandy shore will wash away every sorrow. Sweet memories of this gentle bay will surely remain deeply engraved in your mind. A new horizon filled with radiant sunshine is still quietly calling from ahead. Continuing the journey along the California coastline, we head to Pigeon Point Lighthouse in San Mateo County. This 115-foot-tall lighthouse stands silently on steep sandstone cliffs jutting into the ocean. This breathtaking coastline is actually the silent graveyard of countless shipwrecks throughout history. The tower was named after the carrier Pigeon, which struck submerged rocks and sank here in 1853. The structure features the tallest brick lighthouse tower on the west coast of the United States, warning sailors of the deadly cliffs. At the heart of the lighthouse is a 2-ton Fresnel lens that emits a beam as powerful as 50,000 candles. That light cuts through the dense fog long regarded as the silent killer along this shipping route. However, the solid masonry structure continues to suffer relentless erosion from the wind and salty sea air. In 2001, sections of concrete suddenly collapsed, forcing authorities to immediately close the cracked lighthouse tower. Pigeon Point Lighthouse is not only a beacon for navigation, but also a monument to humanity's helplessness before nature. Leaving the deadly curves behind, the atmosphere suddenly grows somber as Pescadero State Beach looms through the cold mist. Sandstone cliffs eroded by time form extraordinarily spectacular natural sculptures along the ocean shore. The lush green expanse of Pescadero Marsh stretches into the distance, becoming a peaceful home for hundreds of resident wild bird species. The emerald blue seawater blends with white waves crashing onto the strip of fine golden sand, creating a radiant natural picture. When sunlight pierces through the mist, the entire coastline lights up with an extraordinarily magnificent beauty. Small tide pools form among the rocks as the tide recedes, revealing a vibrant world of marine life. The vast ocean, embracing the natural rock arches, creates a scene that leaves anyone who sees it astonished. The sound of crashing waves blends with the sea breeze, creating a melodious symphony within the quiet and expansive natural surroundings. The perfect combination of marshland, cliffs, and sea creates an extraordinarily precious landscape masterpiece. Pescadero State Beach is a proud and vivid brushstroke along California's legendary coastal road. Crossing the wind-swept sand dunes, the journey continues as we arrive at the spectacular Año Nuevo State Park. This place features an abandoned lighthouse on a solitary island, concealing the ruins of a shipwreck warning station. The most remarkable sight is thousands of enormous elephant seals, weighing up to 2 tons, surging onto the beach, together to breed. Fierce territorial battles between roaring males echo across an entire stretch of the Pacific coast. This raw spectacle of wild nature creates a breathtaking attraction rarely found anywhere else in the world. Coastal vegetation blankets the ancient sandstone formations, giving the land a beauty that is both pristine and majestic. As sunset falls, a sea of fog rolls across the dunes, creating a dreamlike scene resembling a documentary film. The collision between raging waves and submerged rocks creates towering columns of white water several feet high. People who come here can only fall silent and observe the primal rhythm of life unfolding with extraordinary intensity and pride. Año Nuevo State Park is a magnificent natural stage where wildlife fully displays its commanding power. Leaving the wild dunes behind, the small town of Davenport welcomes visitors with its windswept deep coastline along Santa Cruz. The history of this place began in 1868, when Captain Davenport established a whaling port that was once renowned. The true soul of the town today lies in Davenport Pier, the remains of an old concrete pier, abandoned by time. Four ancient concrete pillars stand alone amid the surging waves, like silent giants guarding a glorious past. Photographers constantly return here solely to capture the moment when rolling ocean waves sweep over the proud foundations. Hidden nearby is Shark Fin Cove, a beach featuring a rock formation shaped like a shark fin rising high from the blue water. A natural cave piercing through the heart of the rocky hill opens onto a breathtaking view directly facing the raging Pacific Ocean. The symphony between human-made ruins and the harshness of nature transforms this place into a world of its own. Davenport is not merely a stopover, but a magnificent cinematic scene of prosperity and decay. Leaving the treacherous Shark Fin Beach behind, the coastal route continues to lead visitors toward Natural Bridges State Beach. This place once possessed 3 natural rock arches extending into the sea, but 2 of them completely collapsed because of powerful waves. The only remaining natural rock arch stands firm like an enormous stone gateway amid the waters of the Pacific Ocean. This unique geological structure is the result of relentless sandstone erosion continuing for millions of years. Beyond its magnificent scenery, this park is also a sanctuary for millions of monarch butterflies. Every winter, swarms of butterflies gather and cover the green eucalyptus groves, creating a vibrant tapestry of color. When the tide falls, the beach reveals coastal tide pools containing an entire ecosystem rich in marine life. Starfish, crabs, and anemones hide in the transparent water, transforming this place into a beautiful miniature natural museum. The fragility of the rock arch before storms reminds humanity of the relentless destructive power of time. A brilliant sunset descends, leaving the silhouette of the solitary stone gateway sharply imprinted against the somber gray evening sky. Continuing from the pristine beauty of the natural rock arch, the journey takes visitors into the lively atmosphere of the Santa Cruz Beach Boardwalk. Opened in 1907, this is the oldest seaside amusement park still operating in the state of California. Its most celebrated historical highlight is the time-worn Giant Dipper, the legendary wooden roller coaster built in 1924. The steep plunge from a towering height, accompanied by the sharp screech of machinery, delivers a thrilling sensation blended with nostalgia. Nearby, the Louvre Carousel, built in 1911, still preserves its rare original mechanical orchestra. The ringing bells and nostalgic melodies transport riders back to the atmosphere of American fairs from the beginning of the last century. Along the wooden boardwalk stretching beside the beach are stalls selling cotton candy, candy apples, and prize games. Brilliant neon lights reflect across the waters of the Pacific Ocean, transforming the beach into a vibrant festival of light at night. The blend of time-worn historic charm and modern life creates a distinctive allure. When the rides stop running, the sound of ocean waves striking the base of the pier continues the nostalgic melody that has endured for more than a century. Continuing north, the journey brings us to Capitola, the oldest seaside resort town on the Pacific coast. This place leaves a powerful impression with its rows upon rows of brightly colored houses standing right beside the clear blue water. Original Mediterranean architecture combined with pastel tones transforms the entire town into a vibrant work of art. The historic wooden pier extending deep into the ocean once witnessed countless bustling ships carrying full loads of agricultural produce back and forth. Although a historic storm destroyed part of the structure, the remaining wooden pillars still silently tell the story of a glorious era of trade. Along the narrow streets are outdoor cafes and distinctive craft shops bearing a strong local character. In summer, the beach becomes a lively stage for outdoor concerts and colorful kite festivals. Following the tranquil Sokol River as it flows through the heart of the town, visitors encounter a completely contrasting scene of peace. The blend of the quiet character of the past and a free-spirited modern lifestyle creates a unique appeal for this place. Beneath the soft golden afternoon sunlight, the colors of the town reflect on the calm water like a beautiful dream. Dense fog blankets the entrance to Moss Landing, a peaceful fishing village located at the head of the Monterey Submarine Canyon. The deep waters just offshore provide an abundant source of life, attracting numerous marine species that gather here to feed. The lively barks of sea lions blend with the sound of crashing waves, creating the distinctive symphony of a historic fishing harbor. Sea otters drift leisurely on floating beds of kelp, completely ignoring the kayaks gliding past. Visitors traveling along Elkhorn Slough will encounter hundreds of migratory bird species sheltering within this pristine ecosystem. Fishing boats return to the harbor at dusk, carrying fresh seafood catches to supply the coastal restaurants. Although the bustling era of tuna boatyards has long passed, the salty maritime character remains deeply embedded in every house. The local fishing community is determined to preserve its slow-paced way of life, resisting the disruptive spread of urbanization. The boundary between wild nature and the daily livelihoods of local people seems to disappear completely in the fading evening light. A cold ocean wind sweeps through the pine trees, bringing a peaceful day at this captivating stop to an end. Leaving behind the pristine marshland filled with the cries of seagulls, the coastal route brings the journey to Monterey Bay Aquarium. What was once a bustling seafood processing plant has now been transformed into one of the world's leading centers for ocean conservation. Enormous glass tanks as tall as a two-story building offer a direct view into the magnificent kelp forest ecosystem. Thousands of marine creatures, from sharks and moon jellyfish to shimmering schools of sardines, swim freely through the deep blue water. The playful sea otters inside the rehabilitation area are always the main attraction for millions of visitors. The facility not only displays the beauty of the ocean, but also carries out the mission of researching and protecting rare animal species. Curved glass windows create the sensation that visitors are truly diving deep into the mysterious depths of Monterey Bay. Many scientists work tirelessly behind the scenes to uncover the biological secrets of the cold ocean current. Natural light shines through the water, creating shimmering beams that resemble a scene on another planet. After leaving this enchanting space, the lingering sense of the ocean's fragility continues to follow every step of the visitors. Stepping out of the aquarium, the red brick walkway leads visitors into the nostalgic atmosphere of Cannery Row. The sea breeze carries a salty scent through the faded, rusted metal canneries dating back to the beginning of the last century. This place was once the world's largest sardine processing center before marine resources were depleted by overfishing. The inspired writings of author John Steinbeck immortalized the grueling yet deeply humane rhythm of life along this street. The once dilapidated factories have now been reborn as a collection of luxury stores, cafes, and upscale hotels. Traces of the old railroad tracks still lie silently beneath the street, recalling a golden age of industry. Bronze statues of historical figures stand quietly by the shore, gazing into the distance as though guarding the past. Music drifting from roadside bars blends with the cries of seagulls, creating an atmosphere that feels both modern and historic. Visitors pause to enjoy a steaming bowl of creamy clam chowder while watching the waves crash against the rugged cliffs. The street naturally connects a painful past with a radiant present, like a chapter in a book that has yet to end. Following the windswept coastal road, Lover's Point extends into the ocean like a charming miniature peninsula. This romantic name originates from its history as a peaceful, spiritual gathering place for the local community long ago. Pale pink granite outcrops stretch across the water, enduring the force of rolling waves from the north. Because of its distinctive east-facing terrain, this is one of the rare places on the West Coast where visitors can watch the sunrise. A lush green lawn stretches close to the water's edge, becoming an ideal location for picnics and romantic wedding ceremonies. Flocks of gulls glide through the air before diving into the crystal-clear water in search of prey. Kayakers often choose to launch from here because of the calm waters sheltered by natural cliffs. The cool year-round climate and open surroundings make this place an excellent stop for restoring energy. As sunset falls, bands of orange and purple light reflect across the rocks, creating a magnificent natural picture. The pure tranquility of this place makes anyone who visits want to prolong the quiet moment a little longer. Bringing the wild coastal stretch to an end, our journey opens onto an entirely new landscape as we drive along 17-Mile Drive. This famous private scenic road winds through ancient pine forests and dramatic oceanfront cliffs. Every bend in the road reveals breathtaking natural scenery, blending untamed beauty with refined elegance. Multi-million-dollar estates hidden behind lush trees stand alongside the vast expanse of the Pacific Ocean. The refreshing sea breeze, carrying the salty scent of the ocean, sweeps across the emerald fairways of some of the world's finest golf courses. Visitors can easily spot colonies of seals basking in the sun on rocky outcrops extending into the sea. The picturesque scenery invites travelers to slow down and savor every unforgettable moment. The perfect harmony between human craftsmanship and magnificent nature makes this route an unforgettable experience. Even after leaving this legendary road behind, its peaceful elegance continues to accompany our journey. Standing atop a bare, steep rocky outcrop amid the crashing waves, the lone cypress has stood watch alone for 2 centuries. The origin of this rare Monterey cypress is closely tied to its remarkable resilience in the harsh conditions of the ocean. Its roots cling tightly to every crack in the weathered limestone, drawing what little nourishment they can to survive through countless ages. Its trunk twists dramatically in the direction of the year-round sea winds, creating a one-of-a-kind natural silhouette. A carefully concealed system of support cables within the tree helps this priceless landmark withstand powerful storms. The lone cypress has become the official symbol of perseverance and an internationally recognized icon. Millions of photographers from around the world have come here simply to capture the moment when the tree is silhouetted against the sky. The vegetation surrounding the site is strictly protected to preserve the natural habitat of this precious cypress. The enduring presence of this remarkable tree serves as a gentle reminder of the timeless power of nature. As sunset falls, the deep crimson glow behind the tree highlights its slender yet proud form. Leaving the rocky coastal route behind, our journey arrives in Carmel-by-the-Sea, a historic town that seems to have stepped straight out of a fairy tale. Whimsical cottages with curved thatched roofs hide beneath the year-round shade of towering cypress trees. The town steadfastly refuses traffic lights, street lamps, and house numbers to preserve its unspoiled elegance and distinctive character. Narrow, winding stone-paved streets lead visitors past countless art galleries and artisan bakeries filled with irresistible aromas. The history of this place is closely tied to the wave of painters and writers who came here seeking solitude and inspiration, beginning in the last century. A seemingly endless stretch of soft white sand lies below the town, offering an ideal place for leisurely walks with beloved dogs. The gentle sound of the waves blends with the distant chimes of an old church, creating a symphony of absolute tranquility. Visitors can easily encounter friendly locals, chatting cheerfully on flower-covered porches. Bidding farewell to this fairy tale town, the journey continues toward new and unexpected wonders ahead. Following the rhythm of the ocean shoreline, our journey brings us to Point Lobos State Natural Reserve, often described as the finest masterpiece in California's state park system. Gray limestone sedimentary cliffs rise dramatically above emerald waves that burst into white foam throughout the year. The roaring calls of hundreds of sea lions echo from small rocky islets in the distance, creating a soundscape filled with raw vitality. Ancient Monterey pines with strangely twisted trunks cling tightly to the barren, rocky ground through powerful storms. A narrow, winding trail leads visitors beneath dense forest canopies, before suddenly opening onto a vast expanse of sea and sky. The remains of old whaling stations still lie in silence, bearing witness to the turbulent history of this land. Dense ocean fog rolls inland and drapes the trees in an ethereal veil, as though slowing the very breath of time. Every viewpoint here resembles a priceless ink wash painting, leaving visitors standing in quiet wonder. The road continues to draw our eager footsteps southward, where towering mountains begin to embrace the sea. The moment we cross the boundary of the protected land, the scenery shifts into a wilder and more dramatic landscape at Garrapata State Park. This state park contains almost no man-made structures, apart from narrow trails, gradually formed by the footsteps of passing visitors. The coastal vegetation changes color with the seasons, from the fresh green of wild grasses to the brilliant orange of seaside daisy fields. The waves here crash violently against jet-black rock formations, sending columns of spray several feet into the air with intimidating force. Rising proudly between two sheer ravines, Bixby Creek Bridge stands like a ribbon of concrete suspended across the void. Completed in the 1930s, this structure remains a powerful symbol of humanity's determination to conquer the forces of nature. Its single arch, soaring hundreds of feet above the canyon, supports the highway tracing the edge of the vast and magnificent Pacific Ocean. From above, the deep blue water crashes relentlessly against the base of the cliffs, sculpting a coastline of breathtaking curves. The contrast between the strong geometric lines of concrete and the fluid motion of the waves creates a striking visual spectacle. Powerful gusts rushing through the canyon make visitors at the scenic overlooks feel the air trembling around them. This landmark continually draws countless photographers from around the world, all hoping to capture the moment the sun sets over the sea. The late afternoon light casts brilliant bands of gold and orange across the landscape, transforming the entire bridge into a work of art set within nature. This magnificent union of architecture and the boundless ocean offers the grandest possible welcome as we officially enter Big Sur. The journey continues through treacherous bends, carrying us deeper into the legendary and captivating land ahead. Beyond the legendary bridge, the journey fully enters the vast expanse of Big Sur, where the Santa Lucia Mountains plunge directly into the ocean. The narrow two-lane highway winds along every fold of the towering mountains, with a sheer drop on one side and the murmur of waves rising from far below. Ancient redwood forests, with trees soaring dozens of feet into the air, block out the sunlight and create an atmosphere of profound reverence. This land was once a refuge for free spirits where gifted writers came in search of inspiration and enlightenment. With no phone signal or bustling cities, this place returns people completely to life's purest rhythm. The rich scent of pine resin blends with the salty sea breeze, creating an unmistakable fragrance found nowhere else. Every bend along this legendary road promises breathtaking views that captivate travelers from afar. The sounds of the mountains and forests merge with waves crashing against the cliffs, creating a powerful natural symphony filled with energy and life. The grandeur and majesty of this coastline leave everyone who visits in quiet awe of nature's creation. In the end, everything settles into a vast silence, engraving the land's pristine beauty deep into the memories of those who pass through. Following a trail shaded by towering cypress trees, Julia Pfeiffer Burns State Park suddenly appears like a magnificent ink painting along the rugged coastline. The park is celebrated for McWay Falls, where a gentle stream flows year-round, cascading gracefully onto a secluded white sand cove. The slender ribbon of water plunges proudly from the cliff, blending harmoniously with the shimmering turquoise waters of the Pacific. At midday, brilliant sunlight filters through the mist, delicately weaving a radiant rainbow above the ancient forest canopy. Below the cliffs, rhythmic ocean currents embrace the sheltered cove, sending foamy waves across moss-covered rocks. Breezes drifting in from the open sea gently stir the giant treetops, filling the peaceful landscape with a soothing rustle. Its pristine beauty leaves every visitor in awe, as though wandering into an untouched paradise beyond the reach of time. The murmur of the waterfall intertwines with the sapphire sea, composing a tranquil symphony that calms the soul. This breathtaking landscape leaves an enduring sense of reverence for one of nature's greatest masterpieces. Witnessing the spectacular waterfall pouring toward the shore becomes an unforgettable reward, preserving the peaceful spirit of the journey forever. Beyond the winding coastal highway, the journey leads travelers to the dreamlike wonder of McWay Falls, a hidden natural jewel nestled within Big Sur. A shimmering ribbon of water plunges from towering seaside cliffs, bursting into white spray before landing on a pristine beach untouched by human footprints. Cradled by massive sandstone cliffs, the secluded cove glows like a flawless emerald beneath California's crystal-clear sky. From the wooden overlook perched along the hillside, visitors stand in silent awe before a breathtaking masterpiece sculpted by nature itself. The pristine air carries the delicate fragrance of dew-covered coastal vegetation, while a gentle breeze brushes across the face with refreshing purity. As the tide slowly rises to cover the golden shore, the waterfall appears to pour directly into the vast Pacific Ocean, creating an extraordinary coastal spectacle. At sunset, golden light bathes the cascade, transforming the flowing water into a radiant ribbon of liquid gold, stretching between cliff and sea. The gentle murmur of fresh water blends beautifully with the rhythmic whisper of the waves, composing an everlasting hymn to Big Sur's untamed wilderness. Witnessing this heavenly landscape, untouched by the modern world, is a priceless privilege that leaves behind one of the journey's most unforgettable memories. Continuing our journey along the rugged coastline, we arrive at Limekiln State Park, a fairy tale sanctuary nestled in the heart of Big Sur. Ancient redwood giants welcome every visitor, their towering crowns weaving a living canopy high above the forest floor. Limekiln Creek winds gently through the wilderness, guiding travelers deeper into a mysterious, secluded valley. Rustic wooden bridges span the stream, inviting us across the cool, mossy ravines carved into the mountainside. Hidden among the towering trees, the historic stone lime kilns rest quietly beneath thick blankets of emerald moss. Four massive kiln towers stand firmly against the shadowed cliffs, preserving echoes of a distant industrial past. Delicate waterfalls slip down rugged rock faces, sending icy water over carpets of vibrant green ferns. Slender beams of sunlight filter through the dense canopy, illuminating the damp forest floor with a magical glow. At the ocean's edge, a rugged pebble beach stands resilient as waves from the Pacific Ocean crash endlessly ashore. The salty sea breeze mingles with the rich scent of damp earth, gently washing away every lingering worry. The meeting of tranquil, ancient forest and untamed ocean creates an unforgettable spectacle for every traveler. Exploring Limekiln State Park becomes a priceless reward, preserving memories of untouched wilderness and lasting serenity. The wandering coastal road leads travelers to Ragged Point in San Luis Obispo County. This breathtaking destination immediately overwhelms the senses with razor-sharp cliffs, rising proudly before plunging straight into the depths of the Pacific Ocean. Far below, relentless waves pound the rugged shoreline, hurling brilliant white foam around the immense rocky headlands without pause. Sunlit hillsides stretch into the distance, blanketed with lush green grasses and vibrant wildflowers swaying gently in the ocean breeze. Standing upon the windswept cliff edge, visitors feel as though the boundless panorama of sea and sky lies entirely before their eyes. A narrow, rugged trail winds through ancient Monterey cypress and pine trees, quietly inviting every traveler toward the tranquil black sand beach below. As evening descends, the golden light of sunset slowly washes across the untamed landscape, bathing every corner in a warm, dreamlike glow. The cries of soaring seabirds blend with the thunder of crashing waves, composing a majestic symphony of the wild. The overwhelming beauty of Ragged Point lingers forever in memory, awakening a lasting sense of wonder and artistic inspiration within every traveler. Following the winding coastal highway, the next gentle bend brings travelers to Elephant Seal Vista Point in the town of San Simeon. Stretching across the shoreline below lies a broad, sandy beach where thousands of enormous northern elephant seals rest lazily beneath the warmth of the sun. Deep, resonant calls drift through the ocean breeze, blending with the colony's distinctive vocalizations to create a vibrant symphony of the wild. Massive bulls enthusiastically fling sand across their backs, occasionally unleashing thunderous roars to assert their dominance over rival males. The cool sea breeze gently sweeps across the weathered coastal grasses, filling the vast landscape with an exhilarating sense of freedom. Leaning against the rustic wooden railing, visitors become completely captivated by the raw rhythm of nature unfolding before their eyes. Beneath the soft glow of dusk, golden sunlight shimmers across the immense, glistening bodies, creating a breathtaking display against the untamed coastline. This honest and unspoiled spectacle leaves every traveler with a lasting appreciation for the extraordinary beauty of the coastal ecosystem. Leaving behind the tranquil coastal beaches, the winding mountain road carries travelers uphill to discover the magnificent Hearst Castle in San Simeon. The grand estate rises proudly above the surrounding hills, its classical architecture embodying extraordinary elegance and unrivaled opulence. The most breathtaking highlight is the magnificent outdoor marble pool, where majestic mythological statues are reflected across its shimmering waters. Splendid botanical gardens burst into vibrant color, while offering spectacular panoramic views across the endless Pacific Ocean. Refreshing sea breezes sweep through soaring stone colonnades, carrying whispers that seem to echo from a glorious past. Strolling slowly along the intricately tiled corridors, visitors feel as though they have stepped back in time to an age of remarkable grandeur. As dusk settles over the hilltop, golden sunlight bathes the stately domes, transforming the entire estate into a scene worthy of ancient mythology. The harmonious union of breathtaking natural scenery and human ingenuity has created an architectural masterpiece that defies the passage of time. A journey to this extraordinary hilltop sanctuary leaves every traveler with a profound admiration for one of America's most remarkable cultural treasures. The winding coastal road leads travelers to the peaceful, dreamlike shores of Moonstone Beach, quietly nestled beside the charming town of Cambria. This remarkable beach captivates visitors with millions of smooth moonstones that shimmer gently across the tranquil gray sand. Endless Pacific waves roll ashore in steady rhythm, washing over the colorful pebbles and creating a soothing symphony of soft, rattling sounds. Following the winding wooden boardwalk atop the coastal bluffs, breathtaking panoramic views of the vast ocean unfold with every step. Along the hillsides, golden grasses dotted with delicate wildflowers sway gracefully beneath the refreshing sea breeze. Scattered across the quiet shoreline, weathered driftwood sculptures display extraordinary natural forms, each shaped patiently by wind, waves, and time. In the peaceful silence, only the whisper of the wind and the salty breath of the ocean remain, gently washing away every burden of the outside world. A leisurely walk along Moonstone Beach becomes a quiet, restorative moment, leaving travelers with lasting memories of serenity throughout their coastal journey. Leaving behind the shimmering pebble beach, the peaceful coastal highway gently guides travelers to the iconic Morro Rock, towering proudly above Morro Bay. This colossal, ancient volcanic plug rises dramatically from the depths of the Pacific, standing like an impregnable natural fortress. At the foot of the sacred monolith, relentless waves crash against the rugged stone, sending brilliant white spray high into the air. Beside the tranquil bay lies a lively harbor, where colorful fishing boats sway gently at anchor upon the calm waters. Fresh ocean winds, rich with the scent of salt, whistle endlessly through weathered crevices carved by countless ages. As sunset begins to unfold, the day's final crimson rays slowly bathe the immense rock in a magnificent golden-orange glow. The rhythmic murmur of rolling waves blends gracefully with the distant sound of harbor horns, creating an atmosphere of remarkable serenity. Taking time to admire the majestic symbol of Morro Bay becomes the perfect finale to a memorable day spent exploring California's enchanting coastline. A rugged backcountry trail gently invites travelers toward Montaña de Oro State Park in San Luis Obispo County. This breathtaking landscape, whose Spanish name means Mountain of Gold, earns its title each spring as countless golden wildflowers blanket the rolling coastal hillsides. Jagged sandstone cliffs stretch boldly toward the ocean, standing firm against the relentless waves crashing in from the vast Pacific. Descending to the secluded shoreline, visitors discover hidden sea caves patiently carved into the rugged cliffs by centuries of tidal erosion. As the afternoon sun begins to sink, warm, honey-colored light pours across the winding coastline, revealing every dramatic contour sculpted by nature. Chilly ocean winds surge inland, lifting fine grains of sand into swirling clouds above the dark, tranquil beach. The untouched wilderness completely separates this peaceful sanctuary from the noise and distractions of the outside world. The thunder of exploding surf blends harmoniously with the endless whistle of the wind, composing a powerful symphony celebrating the enduring spirit of the coast. Wandering through this magnificent landscape is a rare privilege, leaving travelers with an ever-deepening sense of wonder and inspiration. The endless coastal highway continues guiding travelers toward the lively shores of Pismo Beach in San Luis Obispo County. This classic seaside destination captivates visitors with its seemingly endless stretch of soft white sand bordering the tranquil Pacific Ocean. In the distance, towering sand dunes bask beneath the warm sunshine, creating an expansive playground for countless travelers seeking the spirit of summer. Graceful flocks of seagulls circle above the bustling pier, occasionally diving toward the sparkling water to bring the seascape vividly to life. As sunset slowly unfolds, the sky is painted with brilliant shades of peach pink and fiery orange, their colors shimmering across the calm sea. A gentle ocean breeze carries the refreshing scent of salt, softly rustling the towering palm trees and soothing every weary soul. The relaxed rhythm of coastal life effortlessly washes away every lingering worry, replacing it with an atmosphere of complete peace and serenity. The soothing murmur of rolling waves blends beautifully with joyful laughter along the shore, composing a vibrant symphony of seaside life. A leisurely walk across the soft sand becomes a perfect closing melody, preserving treasured memories of tranquility at the end of an unforgettable journey. Leaving behind the bustling stretches of sand, the sunlit coastal highway gently leads travelers to the peaceful shores of Avila Beach in San Luis Obispo County. This charming little bay is embraced by rolling hills that shelter it from the dense coastal fog and the chilly winds sweeping in from the open Pacific. At the heart of the beach stands a weathered wooden pier, extending gracefully into the calm sea, quietly welcoming each gentle wave that reaches the shore. Looking across the tranquil water, elegant white sailboats drift effortlessly over the bay, completing a scene that resembles a brilliant oil painting. The sheltered bay enjoys a soft ocean breeze rather than fierce coastal winds, carrying the refreshing scent of sea salt that soothes every wandering soul. As the glowing sun slowly sinks toward the horizon, golden evening light spreads across the ocean, covering its surface with a breathtaking shimmer. In striking contrast to the wild coastline left behind, the relaxed atmosphere here offers visitors a comforting sense of warmth, peace, and belonging. The cheerful sounds from the waterfront mingle with the cries of circling seagulls, creating a gentle melody that eases away the burdens of everyday life. A leisurely stroll beneath the warm sunshine becomes a precious gift, preserving radiant memories that will accompany travelers long after the journey ends. Gliding through sunlit curves, swept by the ocean breeze, the elegant city of Santa Barbara in Santa Barbara County unfolds like a royal masterpiece. Here, majestic mountains gracefully embrace the calm blue Pacific, creating one of California's most breathtaking coastal landscapes. Stretching proudly across the crystal-clear bay, the historic wooden Stearns Wharf quietly watches over the city's vibrant rhythm of life. Along the soft white shoreline, towering palm trees sway gently in harmony with the endless dance of the sea. A gentle ocean breeze carries the refreshing scent of salt as it drifts through flourishing botanical gardens bursting with brilliant colors. As the sun slowly sinks toward the horizon, warm, honey-colored light bathes the entire landscape in an irresistibly romantic glow. The seamless blend of refined elegance and peaceful coastal charm fills every visitor with a comforting sense of serenity and belonging. The cheerful calls of circling seagulls mingle with the gentle murmur of the waves, composing a soothing melody that melts away everyday worries. Wandering through this dreamlike destination feels like discovering a priceless jewel, adding another unforgettable chapter to an extraordinary coastal journey. Continuing along the endless coastal highway, the journey leads travelers to Stearns Wharf, the proud maritime landmark of the seaside city of Santa Barbara. Rich with more than a century of history, this iconic wooden pier stretches confidently into the calm blue bay, standing strong against the passage of time. Beneath its weathered planks, gentle waves roll in without pause, rhythmically caressing the barnacle-covered pilings that have witnessed countless changing tides. Looking back toward the shore, the majestic Santa Ynez Mountains embrace the city, where elegant Spanish colonial architecture adds timeless charm to the coastal skyline. Flocks of seagulls perch peacefully along the railings before soaring gracefully into the sea breeze that sweeps across the open water. As evening approaches, the glowing sun slowly sinks toward the horizon, painting the vast Pacific with shimmering ribbons of brilliant orange light. The harmonious blend of nostalgic character and lively waterfront energy creates an atmosphere that is both distinctive and irresistibly inviting. A leisurely walk along this celebrated pier offers a rare moment of tranquility, leaving behind unforgettable memories of California's magnificent coastline. The journey continues with a stop at Ventura Pier, one of California's oldest wooden piers. Since its construction in 1872, this weathered landmark has stood resilient against time, welcoming the rolling waves of the Pacific Ocean day after day. Looking toward the hazy horizon, the Channel Islands appear and disappear beneath drifting coastal fog, creating a mysterious and untamed seascape. A refreshing ocean breeze slips through the gaps of the aged wooden planks, carrying the unmistakable scent of sea salt that melts away every trace of travel fatigue. Along the faded railings, local anglers patiently cast their lines into the water, embracing a peaceful rhythm far removed from the bustle of city life. Blending into this tranquil atmosphere is the irresistible aroma of charcoal-grilled seafood brushed with buttery garlic, drifting from cozy restaurants beside the beach. As the glowing sun slowly sinks beyond the horizon, the vast sky and sea are transformed into a breathtaking canvas painted with shimmering shades of gold and crimson. The familiar creak of the historic boards mingles with the crashing surf, composing a timeless melody that celebrates the spirit of the Pacific. A leisurely walk along Ventura Pier becomes a nostalgic highlight of the journey, leaving travelers with unforgettable memories of California's remarkable coastline. Following the restless rhythm of the Pacific, The journey leads us to the unspoiled beauty of Point Mugu State Park in Ventura County. This spectacular landscape marks the dramatic meeting point where the towering Santa Monica Mountains plunge boldly into the vast ocean. Beneath the rugged sea cliffs, powerful waves surge endlessly ashore, exploding into brilliant white spray with untamed energy. Farther inland, peaceful valleys are shaded by ancient California sycamores, whose broad canopies sway gently above quiet seasonal creeks. Winding trails weave through untouched vegetation, inviting adventurous travelers to climb toward windswept hilltops overlooking the endless coastline. As sunset begins to unfold, fiery golden light washes across the Pacific, transforming the sea into a magnificent canvas of glowing amber and deep orange. High above, seabirds drift effortlessly across the open sky, adding graceful movement to the park's tranquil natural scenery. The raw wilderness that embraces every corner of this landscape creates a world completely removed from the noise and haste of everyday life. Taking in such breathtaking scenery becomes a rare privilege, leaving every traveler with peaceful memories that linger long after the journey continues. Leaving behind the bustle of city life, the southern coastline leads us to the secluded beauty of El Matador State Beach in Malibu. This celebrated destination immediately captivates the eye with enormous sandstone formations sculpted by centuries of relentless coastal erosion into extraordinary shapes. Hidden among the towering sea cliffs, mysterious sea caves quietly await the retreating tide before revealing their enchanting beauty. A steep wooden staircase winds down the hillside, guiding travelers into a dreamlike world that feels completely separated from everyday life. Across the wet sand, foaming waves rush ashore before bursting into brilliant white spray around scattered giant sea stacks. Playful western gulls glide gracefully above the cliffs, occasionally swooping toward the shimmering shoreline to join the rhythm of the wild coast. Cool ocean breezes drift through narrow rock passages, carrying the unmistakable scent of sea salt that awakens every corner of this untouched landscape. The thunder of crashing surf blends with the whistle of coastal winds, creating a powerful natural symphony that echoes across the shoreline. Lingering in this breathtaking paradise becomes an unforgettable chapter of the journey, filling every traveler with wonder and lasting inspiration. Gracefully stretching into the embrace of the vast Pacific, the journey brings us to the iconic Malibu Pier in the heart of Malibu. Weathered by time and rich in history, this beloved wooden pier stands steadfast against the ever-changing tides, quietly witnessing the endless rhythm of the ocean. At its far end rests an elegant white-clad building whose timeless charm blends beautifully with the deep blue sky and sea. Just offshore, Malibu's legendary surf break welcomes skilled surfers who effortlessly glide across rolling waves crowned with foaming white crests. Looking back toward the mainland, the majestic Santa Monica Mountains rise proudly above the coastline, sheltering Malibu's scenic shores. Along the breezy pier, patient anglers cast delicate fishing lines into the deep water, embracing the slow and peaceful passage of time. The gentle creak of aged wooden planks blends with the roar of the surf, creating a timeless symphony celebrating the beauty and power of the Pacific. Immersing yourself in the tranquil atmosphere of Malibu Pier is a rare privilege, leaving every traveler with lasting memories of California's unforgettable coast. The journey now arrives at the world-famous Santa Monica Pier, the vibrant entertainment heart of California's coastline. The brilliantly colored Ferris wheel turns slowly beneath the blue sky, like a timeless machine carrying cherished childhood memories through the generations. Nearby, the iconic end of the trail Route 66 sign proudly welcomes visitors, marking the legendary finish of one of America's most celebrated highways. Beneath, the sturdy foundations anchor deep into the shoreline. Foaming waves endlessly crash against the massive concrete pilings, washing away the traces of time. Excited cheers from Pacific Park echo across the pier, blending with lively music flowing from its colorful attractions and bustling arcades. Away from the excitement, the quieter side of the pier offers a peaceful retreat where anglers patiently wait for the ocean's next surprise. As the sun slips below the horizon, thousands of brilliant lights burst into life, transforming the entire landmark into a dazzling jewel, shining above the Pacific. On both sides of this iconic structure, wide stretches of golden sand embrace the shoreline, welcoming the gentle rhythm of the sea. The vibrant energy and unforgettable atmosphere of Santa Monica Pier leave visitors with lasting memories and a spectacular final impression. Drifting away from the traditional piers, the journey suddenly bursts into life as it reaches the free-spirited paradise of Venice Beach in Los Angeles. Along the wide oceanfront promenade, a vibrant world of creativity comes alive through countless bold and colorful street murals. The legendary skate park is filled with energetic skateboarders performing breathtaking tricks across its flowing concrete bowls and ramps. Tucked farther inland, the peaceful Venice canals wind beneath graceful arched bridges, evoking the timeless romance of their Italian inspiration. Street musicians fill the air with lively melodies while artisan stalls line the boardwalk, creating a community rich in bohemian spirit and artistic freedom. Beyond the lively promenade, broad stretches of soft gray sand remain peaceful as rolling Pacific waves arrive from the distant horizon. Slender California palm trees sway gently beneath the endless sky, their fronds rustling softly whenever the warm Southern California breeze sweeps through. This effortless blend of artistic expression, coastal energy, and carefree living makes Venice Beach one of California's most unforgettable destinations. Beyond the lively stretch of sandy shoreline, the West Coast journey gently leads travelers to the elegant Manhattan Beach Pier, a timeless coastal landmark in Southern California. Stretching gracefully over crystal-clear waters, the historic pier culminates at the distinctive octagonal roundhouse aquarium, crowned with its iconic red-tiled roof. Morning sunlight slips through the weathered wooden planks, casting shimmering reflections across the gentle tide, embracing hundreds of seaweed-covered pilings. Along the silky ribbon of sand, rows of volleyball nets sway in the ocean breeze, capturing the energetic beach lifestyle that defines Manhattan Beach. The pure coastal air gently brushes the skin, carrying the fresh scent of sea salt that effortlessly washes away every trace of travel fatigue. Looking back toward the shore, elegant seaside homes emerge between lush green trees, revealing the peaceful prosperity of this refined coastal community. The soothing murmur of the Pacific blends harmoniously with the unhurried footsteps of strolling visitors, creating a calming melody beside the sea. This precious moment of tranquility becomes a graceful highlight of the journey, leaving an unforgettable memory along California's spectacular coastline.